My name is Dale Kuhlman. I've been hunting since the age of 12 with my father. I had my first rifle when I was 12. It's something that's etched in my being. I'm genetically linked to hunting and fishing. I've been a sportsman since the age of 12. And I don't mind telling my age, I am 57, so I've been hunting for quite some time. Pleasant memories, without a doubt. My father was a great fisherman, loved to bass fish. So consequently, I was his little tag-along buddy that went along, and he actually rowed the boat. We didn't have a little motor at the time, so we rowed a boat. We caught fish all day. My first hunting experience was actually chasing rabbits. I was born in the Midwest. Rabbit hunting is kind of something that children grow up, that's their first experience when it comes to hunting. So I hunted with a .22 rifle. It was pleasant memories. I've never lost them. Without a doubt, the experience of coming here, let's just call it win-win. My wife got the job that she had always dreamed for, and I actually got the hunting experience for it I always dreamed of. Arizona is truly the mecca, the holy grail of elk and mule deer hunting. Consequently, we also have a breed of white-tailed deer called Coues deer, which people are fanatical about. There's probably no less than 5, 6 world records walking around in this state at any given time of these species. So it's a phenomenal place to hunt. Yeah, I love to hunt whenever the opportunity arises. In Arizona, we have a draw program. It's state-run, and consequently, it's how lucky you are when it comes to lottery. I've been fortunate enough to be able to bow hunt a few times in this state and harvest some wonderful animals like these. So it's a difficult process, but once you get drawn, we have a phenomenal game herds here. You know what, my wife was always determined that really it's the preparation of the hunt that's really the most exciting part, and I probably have to agree with her after hunting as long as I have. The kill itself, or the harvesting of the animal, is truly almost anticlimactic. It's the preparation, it's cleaning your gun, or in my case, I'm an archer. I want to make sure my broadheads are sharp, the arrows are straight, the bow is perfectly tuned and shooting exactly where I point it. It's making sure my camo is scent free. It's making sure I have everything packed for a wonderful experience in the field so I don't leave anything out. So the preparation is a great deal of work, and it usually comes down to a matter of a few moments during the harvest, and that part truly is anticlimactic. I think leading up to the hunt is truly what sets the hunter on fire. I'll give you a quick short story. I was actually following an elk herd while I was hunting in Idaho, because you can actually buy an Idaho elk hunting tag over the counter. I had watched this mountain lion following this elk herd, and he actually took down and killed a cow elk, not an immature child, but a cow elk. I watched him. He looked around for probably 5 minutes, and he was on a very steep slope, something very similar to probably a 65-degree slope. Then he turned around, he grabbed the cow by the throat with his own throat. He got underneath it, and he literally carried that cow elk on his back uphill for about 60 yards, and then settled off into just on the edge of the timber where he started to feed. It was phenomenal. It's stuff like that, you know, I think as a photographer you'd love to be able to see. You see things like that when you're out in nature. I was astonished by the physical strength of a cat that size to be able to pick up 600 plus pounds and walk uphill with it. Okay, I would say if I had to choose one hunt that I'm particularly fond of, it's probably an elk hunt I had years and years ago. I had an opportunity to harvest what you see behind me. Phenomenal bow kill. It was an animal that I had pursued for 2 days. When I finally had the chance to shoot this animal with my bow, I actually passed on it. And I was actually hunting with a friend who was calling for me. And I really don't want to say the words that he called me, but he says, "You need to have another look at that bull. It was a phenomenal specimen." And I'd worked so hard for it, I wasn't sure I wanted to harvest him, but we called him back in. About an hour later, we got back on the same bull, called him back in. I got a better look at him when I realized how extraordinary he was. I got a great bow shot on him, and the hunt was, my harvest was complete. But it was just a fantastic hunt. I had a wonderful friend there with me to share the experience, and we just worked really, really hard to find this bull. So. The bull was coming when we first saw him. I had the bull easily at 30, 32 yards, just a chip shot for a decent archer. And I didn't really, and since I had not drawn the bow, I didn't lock up, I wasn't set to shoot. I didn't really have an adrenaline rush. There was no adrenaline pump or anything. And I'd seen enough big elk in my life that it didn't seem to bother me. When it came time the second time, an hour later, when I actually drew the bow back, something happens. I think there's something when you draw the bow back and lock up. I think it's first the adrenaline rush, because all of a sudden everything then becomes real. And then it's, you can hear your heartbeat. You can feel your heartbeat outside your chest, and you're just hoping that the animal doesn't hear and see it either. So it's a unique experience. I think it's called buck fever by many, but the bottom line is I don't know of a hunter who doesn't get it when they have an opportunity to harvest something really extraordinary or get their dream come true.